Okay, it's currently 6 in the morning. That's the bags under my eyes. Okay, so we got 6 days until Hoodfest, which is like a local car show for the ATC, Automotive Technology Center, which is Dixie. So we want to take this car, we at least want to drive this car to that. So we're burning the midnight oil, or the pre-dawn oil, we should say. I got the kit from Napa for the Solex 34 Pick 3, and it's already rebuilt, but we needed the accelerator pump. So that's what we got here. We're gonna put that back together. We're gonna chuck that bad boy on, and then we've also got, since this motor hasn't run for a little while, we are going to run some motor fog. So, got all the lights. It's pitch black. Moon's up. The temperature is amazing. It's like 59 or 60 degrees, so we're gonna get after it. This is the product I was talking about. My dad said, you ought to put some of this down each cylinder since they haven't been run for a little while. So we're gonna pull the plugs, follow the instructions, turn the motor over by hand a few times so it can sit during the day with some oil in the cylinders and kind of seep down in. So in that first startup after 4 or 5, whatever it's been, 5 years, 4 years, we won't do any damage to the rings, hopefully, or at least we'll minimize the damage. So belts on, everything's ready to rock and roll, except for this carb. So we're gonna do that this morning so that today after work we can hopefully be on a good progress for getting our car, or at least driving our car, to the car show this weekend. You ever tried to get this stuff in the back cylinder? How about a little Stay-Bil in your mouth in the morning, some brake hose, and boom. These coming out are pretty rich, but I've heard these things run rich. So we're gonna re-gap them because the internet says 0.028 and they've been kind of closed down. So clean them up a little bit, gap them, spray some motor fog oil down the cylinders and hand turn it over so that this afternoon hopefully it'll fire. All right, that's a wrap. Got the carburetor on, fuel lines hooked up, plugs pulled, gapped, cleaned up, and some fogging oil pushed down through. It's still tasting on my lips, kind of gross. But that's a wrap for this morning. 7:30, gotta go to work. And now we are on track to take wifey on a date tonight and get this thing started this afternoon. Boom. Okay, so the moment of truth is here. We think we're ready to see if this thing will fire up after not running since 2018. So here's what we're gonna do first. We have already, I say first, here's what we've already done. We did the carb, we did the fogging oil in the cylinders. It's been turned over a few times by hand. I am going to pull the distributor wire, and Rem's gonna crank it until I see fuel. Then we are going to see if it will fire up. So, first thing we gotta do is, learn how to open your own seat. We're gonna stab our new battery down in that rusty hole We're not gonna fix that until we know the car will start, but we're going to make sure we've got starting fluid, we've got our fire suppressant, fire extinguishers, just in case we have a problem, and Rem's gonna be the head key turner, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. Join us as we see if this thing will fire, and if it does, the first startup since probably sometime in 2018, based off of that tag. Could have been sometime prior to that. Who knows when it got parked, but anyway. Okay, stop. Let's just see if we've got spark here. I'm gonna throw some, just a squirt of starting fluid now that I think we've probably got a little oil pressure in there.
Does it need to be in neutral? Because maybe it's not.
No, it's in neutral. Okay. Sunglasses on. Okay, go ahead. There we go. Okay, stop. Do it again.
When it turns over, do you want me to stop?
Yeah, stop turning it. Go ahead. Cool. We got spark for sure. Now we got to figure out how to get our fuel.
Do I need to keep it on for longer than that?
No, we're not getting fuel up to this filter. So, okay, so we know we've got ignition, we know we've got spark, air, and when we have fuel, fill this little bottle up, I'm gonna fill the bowl up, and then I might manually pour it in and just keep it running. I don't think our fuel pump is running, so make sure you have something you can douse it out with though. Okay, Ram, go ahead and turn it over, and once it starts, you just let go, okay?
Yeah.
Cool. She's alive. We just need a new fuel pump. So let's call Napa. Boom. Okay. Listen for me to say stop. Good? Okay. Yep. That is not giving us any fuel.